I've got what I have for now. I just need this thing. I'm making it harder for myself. I want one headland. Right, where are my lines? Going on, Cam? I am currently harvesting wheat on my first field. And I've had to reduce the gain quality on this so damn low. It's almost what would I call it? I wouldn't be happy with it. But this thing I complain ultra with it, like the GPU just can't handle it. I just need a better GPU. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, at some point it will be, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I do have music playing in the background, but it's like really quiet. Because I tried to not have it drown me out and not drown out too much of the game. But I just can't get the right mix.
Fair enough.
What's that, sorry?
I'm on my first 15 minutes.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
13 drops left.
No, it's just 30.
Oh, right.
20 up, 20 up.
Oh yeah, not bad.
Compared to the last two times I've been down there, it's 29, 28.
Yep.
29 extreme, so 28.
Oh, yeah, right.
Down over the ocean.
In enjoying the scenic views?
Oh, I tell you what. Bloody nice down here on the shop fishing today.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Hardly a breath of bloody wind.
What's the weather going to be like tonight?
Night.
Mm.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to get a crap next week, like not rain wise, wind wise.
Yep.
Today, right now, it's quite calm.
Yeah, right.
About 1 kilometre an hour.
Wow. That's still as.
That's, yeah, not a breath of wind. Tomorrow's normally is 25 to 35 k's an hour. Sunday's 25 to 40. Monday's 30 to 40. 30 to 45. Tuesday, don't know, it's saying pretty blustery. Goes Wednesday.
Yep.
Thursday next week kind of backs off a bit. Friday backs off. Saturday still. But the main thing is they're northwesterlies.
Oh, right, okay.
So, you know, the only day I've got off is Monday.
Yep.
And I've got to go to, well, you know where I've got to go on Monday.
Yep. Yep.
And then Saturday and Sunday I've got the kids. So Saturday, Malachi's got football. And Sunday, Jake's got football. And I've got to take him home. So, but then the Monday's just out of reach. And I have been saying I do want to go fishing. Right?
Yeah, well, this week's just been an anomaly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, exactly. So I don't normally work 6 days. Normally, what's today? Friday. Normally today is my day off. But one of the other drivers has got another one. He's had like he had 2 weeks off after I got back, and then he had a week off about 2 weeks ago. No, not 2 weeks ago. About 6 weeks ago.
yeah.
And then he's got another week. He's taken another week off this week. So he had a crap load of bloody annual leave, obviously,
Oh, absolutely.
which is all good for him. But yeah, I was wondering why I had 6 days this week. I know why.
Yeah.
So hopefully, hopefully I'll start getting into a sense of routine. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
one thing that hasn't happened over the last. Since Lucas was born.
Yep.
I haven't had that normality. You know, it's always been, you know, that bloke has a week off or 2 weeks off, and it's like you're just thrown into complete chaos.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, like I said, any other week, today would have been a day off for me.
Yep.
And, you know, the fact that I had to put so much towards the bloody bond this week, nothing was falling into place. I had to work, and then I had to pay as much money as I did, because I'm telling you right now, if I had the day off today and I had bloody money, I would have been fishing today.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. 100%. If the weather was just too good. And there's one of my bosses who he loves to go fishing. He goes out and he catches gummies and, you know, snapper and all that offshore.
Yep.
And he fishes in 70, 80 metres of water.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he goes right out. And yeah, I said to him, I said, well, today is. I said, if you're going to go fishing at any point, I said, today's your day.
Definitely, yeah.
I said, because it's dead calm. I said, but for fishing in the next week, I said, if you're in close, yeah, okay, you can get away with it because you're protected by the off-ways.
Yep.
But if you're not, if you're out far, it's just going to be a choppy mess. I said, you won't be able to fish it out. So it's like, yeah, he goes, no, I'm going to be only bloke there at work last night.
Oh, very good.
And yeah, he obviously had me out this morning, so he was one of the lucky ones.
Definitely.
But, you know, as I said, this week's been pretty much a write-off. Next week is going to be a write-off because I'm so busy.
Yep.
So hopefully, the Monday, as I said, hopefully that looks pretty good. And get down and I need to get down and do some beach fishing because it's that time of year where you catch good salmon out of the surf. So when I go fishing again next, it's definitely going to be down along the beach.
Yep. Very good. I'll be there.
Yeah, head straight down to Apollo Bay. Get there in the early morning and fish with lures, fish with bait. See how it goes. No reason why I can't catch a big salmon out of the surf.
Yep, definitely. I don't see why not either. It's
Yeah.
you know, it's a type of season for them, so.
Yeah, I just can't drive my car. Like, I can't drive my car very far.
Yeah.
And I was having to think about what you said, and I think that it's a bearing. I honestly do think it's a bearing that's gone in the fan blade.
In the fan housing thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it is because, yeah, it doesn't do it all the time.
Yep.
So I can be running the car and the radiator can kick in and there'll be no sound. But every now and then, just every now and then, it'll kick in and it'll start making that sound. And like I said, to me, that screams bearing.
Yeah.
The vibration, the off balance. Yeah. To me, yeah, it's definitely bearing. So, but I told her, I said, we need to get this, my car fixed, and I said, we need to get it done ASAP. I said, but you don't realise. I said, there's a fair bit of work that I've got to get done. I said, when I hit that rock, down along the Ocean Road that day,
Yep.
I said, I didn't think that done damage, but obviously it's been the steering arm or something like that, or friggin' whatever it might be, a link or broken a link. And I said, it's done damage. I said, and that's my rattle in my front left. And then I said to her, I'm way overdue for a service. I said, but you kick up and put up a bloody a fight to make sure that you get yours done. I said, but I need to get mine done. I said, I understand your car needs to get done. I said, but mine really needs to get done.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's like, yeah, I know, we just haven't had the money. And I said, no, I understand that. I do, I get it. I said, but, you know, I said, my car needs to be serviced and it needs to be serviced ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this radiator thing. So I can't do everything at once, but it is, I reckon I'm up for over $1,000.
For the radiator thing?
No, just all, everything in total.
Oh, yes, okay.
Yep, the clunking in the front left, you know, that could cost a couple of $100 plus parts. And just everything else.
Mm-hmm.
The service is going to cost, you know, $350, whatever it might be. I don't know how much they're going to charge me. So they might have to do a major service because it's nearly 7,000 k's over its service day.
Yeah.
So, you know, they might say, nah, you've got to pay for a major service. And then, like I said, on top of that, then you've got the radiator issue. So
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know, you know, I don't know how to do that. How to replace it. I don't know how to do any of that shit. So I'll get the parts, but obviously I'll have to pay for someone to do it.
Yeah. Well, the radiator fan housing shouldn't be that hard to do.
No, it shouldn't be. Without it being like a thing.
What, sorry?
No, in all honesty, it shouldn't be too hard to bloody fix.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think. Yeah, that's what I said to her. I said, all up, you know, I'm looking at over $1,000. She goes, well, if we didn't have the bloody bond to pay this week.
Like, yeah, but if only's, like, regardless.
Yeah, no, that's what I said, if only. I said, if only. I said, unfortunately, that's what it comes down to, if only.
Yeah.
And I said, and it seems to be an ever-occurring trend. You know, if only the sky was bloody, if only we could control the weather, we'd have rain.
Yep.
You know? Pull you back.
Yep. So I was just thinking, right? Wonder if my encoding has anything to do with me downloading another game. But I'm not dropping frames. I'm only dropping frames when I click out of the game for some reason. And B, would it be drawing resources? RAM usage is low as buggery. CPU is low as buggery. Game's running at 60 FPS. And normally does so. I'm not gonna cultivate the ground, I'm just gonna go seed. Ooh, I got an attacher. Plow cultivate. I can tow it over, but... Oh, can I? Oh, that's right. I need to place me land purchasing products. So, construction. Is it containers? Placeable filling station for seeds, herbicides, fertilizers, liquid fertilizers. Right. Because you're a pain in the ass. Double sneeze, look at that. Oh, thanks for waiting, guys. Appreciate it. And I'm going to start using liquid fertilizer once I get some animals in. Untiny strip. Regardless. Line needs ploughing. I thought I turned off those. Okay, well, the more you know. So let's just do this field instead then. There we go. Doing something now.
Just the other brand, and his size was apparently bigger. And when I did this, the gap between my hand and the large sets is bigger than the other brand of.
Yeah, because the other brand are exactly the same brand, and yet the measurement on the box is
It's an
not the
Ansel,
same.
yeah, Ansel brand instead of Sub brand.
And I have my hand on next, have a look.
Yeah.
Oh, left hand. Yeah, I'm over a medium, so that's fine. That's good.
Yep. But yeah, that the gap between the edge of my hand and the large line was further away than the other brand. So that's why I chose.
Very good. See what you need when you do the dishes. With only hot water. And it's got to be particular too, because some of the gloves here are for like tiny hands. Alright, that part's done. We now need cultivator. It's gonna have to be a small one. I can't afford anything bigger. Noisy buggers in the background. So I can see where I've better seed it, but I actually need to cultivate first. Otherwise I'm going to have shitty wheat. Right. Very clean looking, I like that. Best feature in this game, the guidelines. didn't check if I could paint my elbow, did I? So that's sort of the benefit of the new version, is that one of the features is in here, but they've just recently released a mod. I had a look in the mod store and it does the exact same thing. So I'm thinking that the people who made the mod originally also re-uploaded their mod, because their mod must be better than the one that's included in the game, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's very sneaky. Get paid to put that feature into the game, and then release an upgraded version of it.